From the John C. Hinch Product Studios in Peoria, Illinois, Videomax Limited presents State Magazine. Hosts Shane Fryer and Stephanie Robbins. News, Dawn McClure, Marcella, and the Midstate reporting team. Sports with Tim Leahy. In the Spotlight with Christine Gale. Get Real with Brent Dravalis. On the Beat with Brandon Johnson. Let's Eat with Matt Mulvaney. Chad Weber takes us about town. Street Team with Derod Taylor. And State of the Arts with Lizzie Scoville. And now, from America's friendliest Midstate Magazine. Take it away, kids.
Welcome to Midstate Magazine. I'm your host, Shane Fryer.
And I'm your other host, Stephanie Robbins.
So, Stephanie, you know what the last book I read was?
What book have you last read?
The last book I read, I believe, The Hunger Games.
The Hunger Games? You read The Hunger Games?
I read the first Hunger Games, and I've got to tell you, it was trash.
You didn't like it?
Trash.
I loved the first book, but the second book was what was trash to me.
There was no literary substance to The Hunger Games.
Since when do you analyze books?
Since when do I, every time I read a book is when I analyze a book.
You've read The Hunger Games?
Yes, and it was horrible.
Did you go see the movie?
I saw the movie was much better.
No, it wasn't. The movie is never better as
the movie.
No, there's
this
no
time
such
was
thing.
better than the book.
There's no such
they
thing.
added things to the movie that
No.
were left out of the book.
They did not.
They did.
The movie's never better than the book.
The movie is better because you can see a movie. Okay, that's not.
You just don't like to read. You're just lazy.
That these things might be true, but you don't have to shove them in my face like that. It hurts my feelings. But they keep turning books into movies lately.
They do.
Yeah.
Whole Twilight and Hunger Games.
yeah,
Harry Potter started it all, and Harry
same.
Potter will always be the best.
Of course, except for The Hobbit.
The Hobbit.
There's other things going on in the local area, though.
There's actually a library in Sunnyland that has a lot to do with books. Let's go check that out with the news team. God, that was stupid.
Hi, I'm Dawn McClure.
And I'm Marcella Gillen. Let's take a look at the news.
It had its own scare with gun violence recently. There were 4 sluggings on students in the month of September alone. The recent incidents happened just hours apart from each other. Some students are worried for their safety and are asking the Bradley Police for answers. Bradley Police Chief Brian Joskow has asked for students to stay safe around campus.
Things like making sure you travel in well-lit areas, walking with a group of people, paying attention to what's going on around you is huge, and being aware of it and recognizing that if something looks out of place, it's your gut instinct.
The number to call for Bradley Police is 309-677-2000.
The federal government has agreed to buy the closed Thompson Correctional Center in western Illinois for $155 million. Built in 2001, the prison, located in Thompson, Illinois, has been empty since 2010. The sale of the facility has been stalled for years because many people thought it would house terrorism suspects in Guantanamo Bay. Instead, it will be housing criminals and ease the current prison attendance. Budget troubles kept it from the opening of its 1,600 cells. Only 200 actually housed inmates. Federal officials have said that building a new prison instead of buying the Thompson Correctional Center would cost about $400 million.
After a decade of planning, Caterpillar will soon unveil their brand new visitor center. Part museum, it will showcase Disney's history throughout the past century. Caterpillar hopes that customers who visit the corporate headquarters downtown will be able to learn much more of what the company has to offer. Special tours for the center are booked almost every day throughout the next few months. The $37 million complex, located on the Peoria riverfront, is set to open October 20th. With the winter holidays comes a busy shopping. However, this year's Americans are expected to spend much less than in the past. Sales are expected to drop by 4.1% during the upcoming shopping period. That is more than a percentage point lower than the past 2 years, in which sales went up by over 5%. The forecasted percentage is still higher than the average over the past 10 years, which is 3.5%. Even with the declined numbers, there are still signs of crazy holiday shopping to come.
A United States Border Patrol agent was killed and another was wounded early last week in Arizona near the U.S.-Mexico border. The agents were shot while patrolling on horseback in Naco, Arizona. The shooting occurred after an alarm was triggered and one of the many sensors along the border. The wounded agent was airlifted to a hospital after being shot in the ankle. He is in surgery and expected to recover. Authorities have not identified any suspects, and it is not known whether the agents returned fire.
Sunnyland Library has a brand new location.
Mary Williams has the story.
Nestled in the small town between Washington and East Peoria, Illinois, the Sunnyland Library recently completed its third move after several months in the making.
We have been in the process of working with the Lord for several months to begin to look at some of the other locations he had available to us, because he's hoping to move the frontage into another location to allow that space that was at the front to be used by a higher, more visible type business. So probably about 6 to 7.
Library Director Pam Tomka, who started as a librarian, shared why she was most excited about the move.
Honestly, more space has been the biggest advantage, because we've been in this plaza since 1975, and in actuality this is our third location here in the plaza, and we started at 1,000 square feet, then we went to 27, and this space is over 4,000 square feet.
Coming with the bigger space is more programs, since they will be able to accommodate a lot more people.
To do a program at the other space, we had over 100 people show up for that program. They were up to the walls and with no space to even be able to enjoy it. And so here, if we had 60, 70 to 90 people, could probably easily accommodate that in this new space.
Adults aren't the only ones visiting the new library. Children are given a special section. A frequent patron has enjoyed the library for quite some time now. Why do you like it?
Bigger. Their computers. Some chapter books. Ginny B. Jones.
So with books, movies, computers, and lots of room, hopefully the third time's a charm for the Sunnyland Library. From Midstate Magazine, this is Mary Rose Williams.
Thanks, Mary. Now let's go to Tim with...
Thanks, Marcella. The head coach of the Chicago Bulls and Tom Thibodeau have agreed to a contract extension. After agreeing to a 4-year deal, Thibodeau will now be with the team through the 27th season. The deal is reported to be just over $17 million, and incentives could increase the amount. While coaching his first 2 seasons, he earned a 112-36 record, along with becoming the fastest coach to 100 wins. Tom Thibodeau won the Coach of the Year during the 2011 season and finished second in the voting last year. He was also the first coach to lead the Bulls to a conference championship game in years. In Thibodeau's 2 seasons, the Bulls had earned the NBA's best record, and that's the first time since the Bulls had Michael Jordan. The playoffs are right around the corner for the MLB, and new contract deals are already being made. Major League Baseball agreed to an 8-year contract with Fox and Turner Sports. The amount baseball will receive from the 2 networks will average to $800 million annually and rake in $500 million from Fox alone. This contract also, the World Series will be called by Fox to the 2021 season. TBS will retain airing 1 championship series and 2 division series as well. The Ryder Cup at Medina Country Club was won for the agents. Europe was down 10-6 going to the final day of play, but pulled off the improbable and came back to beat Team USA. The 2 anchors for Team USA, Woods and Steve Stricker, did not win a single match. 6 of the 12 matches went to the 18th hole, but the Americans only win 1. Back in 1999, the Americans pulled off the same feat, trailing 6. This is the only time that has ever been done. After a strong start, the Bradley women's volleyball team has recently been struggling. Since the season started with 5 straight wins, the Braves have only won 1 in their last 11 matches. And many of the losses, the Braves have committed errors that kept them from gaining any momentum. The Braves are searching for their first win in the Missouri Valley this season. They have an 0-5 record in conference play and are searching for answers. The next game will be at the Renaissance Coliseum on Sunday at p.m. against Southern Illinois. Well, that's it for sports. Back to you, Marcella.
Thanks, Tim. An explosion at a Japanese chemical plant last weekend may possibly lead to a global diaper shortage. The plant was one of the world's largest producers of acrylic acid, a critical ingredient in disposable diapers. Spokesman Akira Ko said that they are working their hardest to ensure their clients' needs are met, but couldn't comment on whether their plant closure will affect global costs and supply. Prior to the accident, the plant manufactured 460,000 tons of acrylic acid annually to its clients.
We should have like a no underwear day to help them out. Marcella, you first.
I vote you don't come up with ideas, Don.
Well, for the news, I'm Tim Leahy.
I'm Don McClure.
And I'm Marcella Gillen. Have a great night and join us next week.
Thanks, news team. So a diaper shortage is what I saw. Yeah.
Whoever knew that of all things to run out of, it would be diapers?
I could have guessed.
You could have guessed.
I could have guessed. You know
What
how
kind
many
of chemical
babies there are?
I guess.
I mean, you gotta run out of later.
Adults too. Sometimes they need diapers.
Adults do need diapers. Old people.
Someday.
Someday I'll be one of those people needing a diaper. I'll have my kids take care of me.
What? Do you know what kind of chemical? They said a chemical that they use that go in the diaper?
That can't be healthy. I mean, I don't want chemicals in my adult diaper. So
You'll have to get the unchemical version.
If I don't want it, I don't think babies should have to have it either.
You don't think so?
But you know, that's a statement about China. You know they're losing their power when they can't make diapers anymore. I mean, honestly.
But they make everything else.
But not diapers. That's the biggest thing I'd say. Diapers, and I don't know what's under diapers.
There's cloths, like the old-fashioned grandma ways where they just used to wrap your kids in little cloths and then wash them over and over again.
Yeah, they do have those. They did have those back in the day.
Way then.
Yeah. Oh, well. So, do you know the song Call Me Maybe, though?
I do. Who doesn't know that song? We can go check it out with Brandon to see what else is going on with Carly Rae Jepsen.
Apparently, Carly Rae Jepsen's 15 minutes of fame has been extended indefinitely. This summer, Carly Rae pop radio by-storm catchy, sugar-sweet tune Call Me Maybe. Kiss is the title of this album. Miss Jepsen sheds her childish, innocent image for summer hit Call Me Maybe to fall drop this Kiss. From Hey, I Just Met You and This Is Crazy to something so sentimental, you make me so detrimental. The album contains hints evocative subject matter, so parental discretion is advised. She also with Owl City in her happy-go-lucky duet, Good Times. I must say, it is the perfect song for the beginning of fall. I know I'll be enjoying the last warm days of the season with this song on my playlist. So, surprise, surprise, Carly Rae Jepsen's not a one-hit wonder. For On The Beat, I'm Brandon Johnson.
Thanks, Brandon.
Not a one-hit wonder, huh?
No. Call Me Maybe, that whole thing.
Baseball. Yeah.
I just saw it somewhere. I don't know what it's
from.
It
was on YouTube. It's the Harvard baseball team. They were on some car ride singing.
Didn't know Harvard had a baseball team. Didn't know any of this. So.
Of course not. I really thought she was going to be a one-hit wonder, though. I didn't think it was going to go anywhere because that song got really annoying.
Yeah.
But the music video was hilarious. Did you see the music video?
I never saw it, so.
It's hilarious. You should definitely go check it out.
What happens in this music video?
I'm not going to tell you. You watch it.
I'm never going to watch it because I hate that song. I can't sit through 10
fine. I'll explain to you what happened. So basically, it's about her liking this guy and how he should call her maybe. And the whole time she's flirting with him and washing her car and acting all ditzy, which is really stupid.
So isn't it she should maybe call him?
So he should maybe call her.
Why she say it wrong?
But then in the end, he comes over to meet her, and he giving his phone number to the guitar player in the band, who just happens to be a man.
That's not Carly Rae. Wait, a man gave the number to another man?
He gave the number to another guy.
I guess that works, but I mean,
what a surprise.
She still has poor grammar. I mean, call me maybe, maybe call me sometime. But hey, it's fall. So it's time to make a visit to his orchard.
Just like you do every week. Let's go check in with Chad in About Town to see what he found.
You can feel it in the air, see it in the changing color. Fall is here, and for many, it means a pilgrimage back to the farm. For some good old family fun. Tanner's has been a central Illinois destination for 65 years now. And once that mercury starts a falling, you can guarantee things are getting busy on the farm.
We have about 2 months. September and October are our busiest months. We don't take a day off. most generally.
The 80-acre farm draws over 1,000 visitors over the 5-month season. And at Tanner's, there's truly something for everybody. A massive play area for the kids, a variety of unique farm animals, and a corn maze. But perhaps what's most popular about Tanner's is what's on the...
We try to find things that they don't normally find at the grocery store, and things that are unique.
That might be an understatement. At Tanner's, you're bound to find anything and everything to soothe your fall sweet tooth. From apple cider donuts to classic pumpkin pie to apple butter. There's more choices than your taste buds can decide on. But two of the hallmarks from Tanner's that keep people coming back year after year are the apple cider and the caramel apples. And everything at Tanner's is authentic in the process. From the antique apple sticking machine, the age-old caramel recipe passed down from a German candy maker over 80 years ago. However, when it comes to apple cider, Maraline's secret is simple: quality and variety.
We do not use rotten. They're all washed. We start out with cold apples, and then we need sweet, tart, and anything in between. So there's usually at least 5 varieties in each batch of cider.
If you're not in the mood to eat right away, you can catch a ride out to the pumpkin fields, pick them fresh. Now, due to the weather this year, Tanner's was unable to offer the You-Pick apples, but that hasn't seemed to affect business from what I saw.
All from infants that are in their little infant seats or strollers till grandma and grandpa with their walkers.
I decided to get myself a cup of that famous Tanner's apple cider. And as I looked around, the feelings of nostalgia from childhood started to creep back.
How many people stop us, thank us for continuing operation, and that they're maybe the 3rd generation already. My daughter says when there's a child screaming and hollering, doesn't want to go home, she says, another happy customer.
For another visit About Town, I'm Chad Weber.
Thanks, Chad. Yeah. Tanner's Orchard. You know how many times I've been there?
Almost every, according to you.
And that is a lie. I've probably been there about 5 times.
Your entire life?
Probably. I'd say about.
I've only been there twice, so you've got me beat.
Yeah.
But it is always fun when you go there.
It always is, because they got the llamas.
The llamas.
The petting zoo and the llamas.
You and your llamas.
Ugh, probably best animal out there, except for the panda, of course.
The panda.
They don't have pandas.
No, I think
there,
monkeys got to be the best.
Okay, but the corn maze. Have you ever been to the Tanner's corn maze?
Okay, the corn maze I usually go to is actually the biggest corn maze in Illinois.
Well, Tanner's is the hardest one ever. Some say nobody's ever made it out alive.
We wouldn't know then, would we?
No, we wouldn't.
Know what else I heard about?
What?
The ghost tour in Peoria. Have you heard about
the one?
Some people don't make it out of the life.
Peoria?
Yeah, there's a ghost tour. It goes like building to building, and it tells you the history, and there's supposedly ghosts haunting it, and tells you the scary stories.
Is this the Old State Hospital?
That's one of them in Bartonville, and then the Armory. Did you hear about the Armory?
I've never heard about the Armory.
We'll see more about that later.
Yeah.
But there is a lot more stuff going on in Hollywood.
Yeah, not everything. So let's see what Christine has to share with us in the Spotlight.
Hey everyone, I'm Christine Gale, and this is In the Spotlight. Looks like the X Factor will be getting 2 new hosts this season. Khloe Kardashian and Mario Lopez are slated to be the final co-host picks for the show. Reality show star and the extra host are finalizing their deals of the contracts, which will be announced this week. Kardashian and Lopez will begin their stints on the show when the live episodes return in November. So what Zac Efron, Jonah Hill, Selena Gomez, and Leonardo DiCaprio have to do voting this election season? Well, the nonpartisan campaign for stuff, created and produced by Leonardo DiCaprio and Tobey Maguire, has prompted the youth of America to vote, asking, if you could vote for something in the world, what would you vote for? Looking for both serious and outrageous answers, the campaign, featuring various celebrities, hopes to drive as many as possible to register to vote and make that vote count on November 6th. Their previous campaign, entitled Don't Vote, successfully led 800,000 people to register. For more information, head on over to facebook.com/voteforstuff. That's In the Spotlight. I'm Christine Gale, and I'll see you next time.
Thanks, Christine.
Okay, so back with the Armory. The Armory is an abandoned building that's been around Peoria for forever, and it's basically caved in. The basement's flooded with 2 feet of water at all times. It's like unrepairable, and they're thinking about knocking it down, but it's supposedly haunted.
And you say people go in here?
Well, they don't go in it, but they have the ghost tour that goes past it and tells you the scary ghost stories that supposedly have happened.
So nobody's actually goes in there.
I don't know. Maybe homeless people do.
Great tour. Not even going inside the building. Yeah, I'll go give a tour of my house.
The ghost
Tell
tour.
them all the cool stuff that's in there and not let them in.
Your house is like a circus. You probably could pay people to get in, like people get inside to see your llamas and your.
They probably
crazy. I don't even want to know.
Can't say that I have llamas. Multiple life-size sculptures of life.
You really have a weird obsession with llamas.
You know what? They are the most gentle and most beautiful of all the four creatures.
About black stallions.
What about them?
I think those might be a little more gentle. And
I'll ride a llama instead of stallion. Right?
See how far you get.
I'll get pretty far.
Do you know anything about dinosaurs?
I kind of do.
You do?
We'll have to put my skills to the test, though, with the street team.
Hey, I'm Durad, and in this week's Dynamite segment of Street Team, we'll see how much people know about our prehistoric pals, the dinosaurs. How much did the T-Rex weigh? Think tons.
3 tons?
6.5 tons?
I'd say more along the lines of 6.4 tons.
I think it was like 38 pounds, Bob.
Why did the Brachiosaurus have stones inside of their stomachs?
When some of the dinosaurs were going for their prey in the water, they would sometimes put some rocks in their mouth at the same time as they were chomping down some fish.
Oh, they just couldn't separate the two?
Yes.
It was really for digestion. Was the T-Rex a herbivore, carnivore, or omnivore?
He was definitely an herbivore.
What did the Triceratops use as a form of defense?
Its large wingspan.
A battle cry. No, that's not right.
What would that sound like? I don't even. Nice. Actually, it was the horns on its head. That was good, though.
That was not a serious answer.
Well, it seems like everyone gave it a try, Ceratops, but it's time to wrap, tear it up. I'm Durad with Street Team.
Clever, Durad. Did you know any of those?
I knew every single answer.
Every single answer.
There,
like I said, you live in a zoo. Of course you know all the answers.
You know what? I have a fun house, and so there.
House?
Yeah. But dinosaurs, I remember the movie Land Before Time.
I do. That was a cute movie with Littlefoot.
Littlefoot. I don't remember any of the other names.
When I was younger, I think I was in 3rd grade. I was a soccer player, and they always called me Littlefoot because I was the tiniest one on the team.
Were you pretty bad?
I was not bad. I was pretty good.
It was a question. I had to find out.
It's the little ones you gotta look out for. They're fierce.
Oh, no, they get knocked down. Just like Littlefoot did.
No, I did not get knocked down.
Didn't do anything for that journey.
No, that's so.
The 9 other that came after. Which one are they on now? Like Land Before Time, 28?
I have no idea, but the first one is always the best.
They're starting to get the 20th century with these movies. Like, it's been so much time.
But they were always, what you were watching when you grew up. Did you remember watching All Dogs Go to Heaven?
Of course.
I love that movie, or Homeward Bound.
You know what? I'm always with the talent Liz has for us in the studio.
Well then, let's see who Liz has this week. Let's check out State of the Arts.
Hello, welcome to State of the Arts. I'm your host, Elizabeth Scoville. Today in the studio we have Alec Cara. Alec is a junior at Bradley University and is a percussionist. Welcome, Alec. Thanks for coming.
Thanks for having me.
Of course. So can you tell me when you first got started with drums?
I started when I was a lot younger. Me and my brother Danny, he's 2 years younger than me, we both got into music around the same time, and I don't know, we just played together a lot, and it was like a really big part of our lives, and it's just stuck with us, I guess.
Cool. So what are some goals you have with drums? Do you want to take it any further than just doing it as a hobby?
Well, I just keep playing. I don't know, I do with it. I played in the Bradley Jazz lab band last year. I'm actually taking a break this semester because I'm having a really busy schedule. So.
Well, that's all right. I'm glad to hear it. You're going to play a little solo for us today?
Yeah.
All right, great. Well, whenever you're ready, take it away.
Awesome. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. some talent. Thank you so much, Alex, for coming in and showing us that.
Thank you.
And thank you for watching. That's all we have for this week. For State of the Arts, I'm Elizabeth Scoville.
Thanks, Liz.
That was really interesting. You know, Lizzie always finds such great people.
I appreciate a good drummer.
Yeah, it's not every day you see good drummers. I mean, guitar's going to be common these days, but that was interesting.
I guess so. Yeah.
It kind of reminded me of the man group. I bet he could make it in the
Blue Man Group.
Yeah. Have you ever seen it?
I've never actually seen him. I've heard good things about him, but I've never seen one. I don't know if they do. So, I mean.
Oh, cool. I went once, I think maybe 4 or 5 years ago. It was a while ago. And, like, they play these drums, and they beat on them, and paint flying out, and you have to wear, like, ponchos in the audience because you'll paint it on. And they're very interactive. Like, they'll run up and down the aisles and play with, like, marshmallow shooters and play songs and music with, like, the most random stuff, like garbage cans. It's really interesting.
So what you're telling us, I'm going to have paint on me after?
Not if you wear your poncho correctly.
I'm not going to wear no poncho. I want paint. I want the paint all over me.
Then don't wear your poncho.
I'm not.
But you have to make sure you get one of the front row seats because the further back, obviously if you're far back,
How
you're
far
not gonna
back does
get,
this fly?
Not that, maybe the first 5 rows, I think.
5? How much are those tickets?
I don't know.
Like $5,000 probably, just to get paint spat on you.
Why don't you go paintballing instead?
You know what? I will.
It's a lot more fun.
I'll save $5,000.
And I'm sure you'll get paint on you all the time.
I'll play some music
over
too. I'll bang on something. Just spatter
there
paint
you go.
around.
Make your own Blue Man group.
All right. Well, that's all we have for this week. So for Midstate Magazine, I'm Shane Fryer.
And I'm Stephanie Robbins. Have a great night and join us next week.